May I invite the representative of the President of the African Court on Human and People's Rights to deliver a message of solidarity, the Right Honorable Lady Justice Tujilane Chizumila. You come over here. I invite you to the podium.
To the podium.
Yes, we'll come and get here. She is a judge of the African Court based in Arusha. Long live women, you are right.
The President of the Pan-African Parliament, His Excellency, Honorable Chief Fortune Charumbira, Honorable Candice Mashengo Dlamini, the Deputy Minister of the Department of International Relations and Cooperation of the Republic of South Africa, all honorable members of Parliament, Excellencies, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. It is an honor to be here today representing the African Court on Human and People's Rights, and I would like to extend my heartfelt gratitude to the Pan-African Parliament for inviting us to attend the first statutory sittings of the permanent committees. I would also like to take this opportunity to congratulate the Parliament on this important occasion and commend the leadership for its unwavering commitment to consolidating democratic institutions and culture, good governance, transparency, and the rule of law in Africa, and ultimately bring about socio-economic transformation on the continent. As we gather here today, it is important to acknowledge the critical role that the Pan-African Parliament plays in advancing the principles of democracy and human rights on the African continent. Article 3, sub 2 of the Pan-African Parliament Protocol specifies that one of the objectives is to promote the principles of human rights and democracy in Africa, and this is closely aligned with the Court's strategic objective of protecting human rights in Africa. The African Court on Human Rights, on Human and People's Rights, was established to interpret and apply the provisions of the African Charter on Human and People's Rights. The Court has made significant strides in advancing human rights on the continent, including promoting the rule of law and ensuring respect for the fundamental human rights enshrined in the African Charter. We at the African Court are committed to working closely with the Pan-African Parliament to protect and promote human rights in Africa. We believe that by working together, we can make significant progress in achieving the objectives of the African Union and the aspirations of the African people. In this regard, I would like to highlight some of the specific areas where the Court and the Parliament can collaborate to promote and protect human rights in Africa. Firstly, the promotion of the rule of law is crucial to ensuring respect for human rights on the continent. The Court has a mandate to promote and protect the rule of law in Africa by promoting human rights of Africans including those pertaining to electoral rights, independence and impartiality of the judiciary, and compliance of domestic laws, procedures and practice with international human rights standards. We believe that the Parliament can play an important role in supporting this objective by enacting laws and policies that uphold the principles of the rule of law and creating an environment where human rights are respected and protected. For example, the promotion of gender equality and women's rights, an important area of concern for both of our institutions. Women's rights are human rights. The African Court has a responsibility to ensure that women's rights are respected, protected, and fulfilled. Furthermore, the African Court is committed to promoting the rights of other vulnerable groups, including children, persons with disabilities, and refugees. We believe that every person, regardless of their status, should enjoy their human rights. We believe also that by promulgating continental-wide policies and legislation, the Pan-African Parliament can help promote gender equality, eliminate gender-based violence, and ensure that women and other vulnerable groups are empowered to participate fully in all spheres of life. In the spirit of solidarity for a common purpose, the court may take inspiration from those policies. From those policies and legislation in interpreting and applying human rights norms with a view to ensuring that the rights of these groups are respected, protected, and fulfilled. Secondly, the achievement of Agenda 2063 is critical to the promotion and protection of human rights in Africa, and it could be another area for collaboration of our institutions. The court is committed to supporting the implementation of Agenda 23, and we believe that the Parliament can also play a crucial role in advancing this important agenda. By working together, we can ensure that Agenda 2063 is implemented in a manner that promotes and protects human rights in Africa. Thirdly, our sister organs can also engage in experience sharing on institutional capacity building and jointly undertake programmatic activities that enhance rule of law and protection of human rights in Africa. Ladies and gentlemen, as we assemble here today, we are reminded of the tremendous progress that Africa has made over the years, particularly in the areas of democracy, human rights, and the rule of law. Yet, we also recognize that much work remains to be done. The challenges facing our continent are numerous, and they require concerted efforts from all stakeholders. The African Court on Human and People's Rights is firmly resolved to playing its part in addressing these challenges. We recognize that the promotion and protection of human rights are critical for the development and well-being of our people. To this end, our court continues to work tirelessly to ensure that justice is served for victims of human rights abuses and to promote the rule of law in Africa. We believe that the Pan-African Parliament also plays a critical role in advancing the cause of human rights and the rule of law in Africa. The Parliament has demonstrated its commitment to promoting human rights and democracy through its various programs and initiatives, including the establishment of a Committee on Justice and Human Rights, which we greatly acknowledge and commend. In conclusion, I would like to reiterate my sincere gratitude for the invitation to attend this important event. I look forward to continued collaboration between the African Court on Human and People's Rights and the Pan-African Parliament in promoting and protecting human rights in Africa. I thank you all.